this young man is going to be just fine. And you know what? I hope he doesn't go in the top 3 picks. I hope he doesn't. And I think his camp would tell you the same thing. There are other teams that they want to go to.
What do you think about that?
No,
would it be a good thing if he actually slid first round?
Absolutely, because where are the stable franchises tend to be on the bottom half of the first round. I mean, we can look at a couple examples in recent history. Patrick Mahomes, you saw the Kansas City Chiefs trade up to go get Patrick Mahomes. Lamar Jackson, you saw the Baltimore Ravens trade up into the first round to get a Lamar Jackson. So listen, if I'm Shedeur Sanders, man, it's you've been groomed and bred for this your whole life, okay? So you don't have to have, I need to be, the #1 overall pick, top 3 or anything like that. Just by following your dad and seeing how his career played and just being around the game, it's more important to get to the right situation.
Yeah.
That'll help your career long term than being, having this high draft pick attached to you.
It's interesting, Neek, because for a long time, all we heard about Shedeur was that he's going to go in the top 3. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, you hear all this talk about, well, maybe he's too cocky. Maybe that's the reason why he's slide. If there is a slide, in your opinion, why would there be a slide with Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the cockiness or the confidence that's scaring off. I would assume that's scaring off NFL teams, because that would be really unusual, because most guys are pretty cocky and confident that are coming into the league. I think, honestly, it's the arm strength and it's the limitations to his game. So I think that we've moved in a direction in the NFL where we select mostly quarterbacks based on their traits, their physical traits. And if you're drafting Shedeur Sanders, you're going to be drafting him on traits that you can't see, which I think it's harder to get excited about and it's harder to sell. It doesn't mean that he's going to be any more or less successful, but it means the way that he's going to have success is not going to be with athleticism, which it seems like most of the top quarterbacks have. It's not going to be with a huge arm, which it seems like a lot of the top quarterbacks have. It's going to have to be with anticipation and accuracy, which is a kind of older way to go about approaching drafting this position. So it doesn't mean that he can't have success, but it does mean that general managers and teams are going to be much more reluctant to take a risk on a guy that they don't see as a guy with the ability to compete with the very, very best quarterbacks in the league, because he doesn't have the physical traits to do so.
You talked about that. You interviewed him at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What do you see when you talk about that?
Well, a couple things. You talk about traits. He was the second most accurate player in all of college football last year. So he's got accuracy. We know what his floor is. I've been disappointed in some of the reporting around maybe why his slide is happening. I don't think it's the confidence. Every quarterback is confident. Have you met a quarterback GM? Have you met a quarterback scout? No. They're all confident.